In the quiet town of Ashton Creek, nestled somewhere in the American countryside, lived a young man named Ethan Walker. Ethan was known by everyone, not because he had achieved something extraordinary, but because he constantly talked about the extraordinary things he planned to do. At the local cafe, he would sit for hours speaking passionately about his dreams. "One day, I'm going to open a shelter for homeless families," he would say confidently. Other days, he talked about writing a book that would inspire millions or restoring the abandoned playground near the church. People admired his ambition at first. Ethan sounded intelligent, motivated, and full of purpose. But as months turned into years, the stories remained stories. Nothing ever changed. The playground stayed broken. The book was never written. The shelter never existed. Slowly, the people around him stopped taking him seriously. Still, Ethan kept talking. Deep down, however, Ethan carried a secret weight inside him. Every night, after the conversations ended and the applause faded, he felt empty. He watched other people quietly moving forward in life while he stayed trapped inside endless plans and promises. One cold autumn evening, Ethan wandered through town after another failed attempt at starting tomorrow. Rain dripped from the rooftops as he walked past old shops preparing to close. That was when he noticed an elderly man repairing a wooden bench outside a tiny hardware store. The old man worked silently, carefully tightening each screw despite the freezing weather. Ethan stopped and watched him. "You know," Ethan began, "someone should really rebuild this entire park area. It has so much potential. I've actually been thinking about organizing a huge community project." The old man didn't respond immediately. He simply continued working. After a moment, he looked up and asked, "How long have you been thinking about it?" Ethan laughed awkwardly. "A while." The man nodded slowly. Most people who talk the most about changing the world never even change the room they sleep in. That sentence hit Ethan harder than he expected. The old man introduced himself as Samuel Carter, a retired carpenter who had spent 40 years building homes, repairing schools, and restoring churches across the country. Samuel pointed toward the bench. "See this?" he asked. "Nobody asked me to fix it. Nobody applauded me for starting. But tomorrow morning, someone tired will sit here and rest. That's enough reason to begin." Ethan stood silently. Then Samuel said something Ethan would never forget. "God doesn't bless empty speeches. He blesses movement, even small movement." That night, Ethan couldn't sleep. For years, he had mistaken talking for progress. Every time he announced a dream, it made him feel accomplished for a moment, but the feeling disappeared because words had never built anything. The next morning, instead of making another plan, Ethan decided to do something unusual. He stayed quiet. No announcements, no social media posts, no promises. He simply walked to the abandoned playground near the church with a trash bag and a pair of gloves. The place was worse than he remembered. Rusted swings creaked in the wind. Broken glass covered the ground. Graffiti stained the old slide. For a moment, Ethan felt overwhelmed. "What difference can one person make?" he whispered. Then he remembered Samuel's words, "Start before you feel ready." So he picked up one bottle, then another, and another. For the first time in years, Ethan stopped thinking about the entire future and focused only on the next small step. Days passed. Every morning before sunrise, Ethan returned quietly to the playground. He cleaned trash, painted fences, replaced broken boards, and repaired benches using tools Samuel lent him. Nobody noticed at first. And strangely, that became his favorite part. Without attention or praise, Ethan discovered something powerful: peace. There was no pressure to impress anyone anymore, no need to sound important. The work itself became enough. Weeks later, people in town finally began noticing the changes. Children started returning to the playground after school. Parents sat on the repaired benches. Neighbors wondered who had restored the place. Ethan never told them. One afternoon, Samuel visited the park and smiled as children laughed around the newly painted swings. "You finally understand," Samuel said. Ethan nodded. "For the first time in my life," he admitted, "I feel like my actions are speaking louder than my dreams." Samuel leaned against the fence and replied softly, "That's because real faith is built with hands, not just words." As winter turned into spring, Ethan's life completely changed. He became known throughout Ashton Creek, not as the man with big speeches, but as the man people could rely on. He quietly helped repair fences after storms. He volunteered at food drives without posting about it online. He mentored young boys whose fathers had left town for work, and something unexpected happened. The more Ethan stopped chasing recognition, the more respect he earned. One Sunday morning, the church pastor shared a message with the congregation. Some people